Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the Commentary is Silent channel where the commentary is not so silent. And in today's video, so if you guys probably know this, I've gotten some dislikes on my past few videos. After I did a commentary video on myself, people didn't like that too much. They didn't like the fact that I came out and talked about myself. I guess what I'm overall saying about myself is false, right? You know, like you would, because I think that's like, you know, most people, they would dislike it for that reason. They already have like this false narrative about me and they want to live with that. They want to carry on with that. You know, they don't want to hear what I have to say about myself. They just want to hear what other people have to say about me. And that's the thing that I've always found confusing about like the internet, is that people will believe others before they believe you. And it's like, look, if you're lying, okay, then it's like, at the end of the day, you know that you're lying. You gotta live with that lie. Me, on the other hand, when I get onto the internet, I have no reason to lie. And I feel like, plus with the situations that I've been in, how could I lie? Like, if you look at any of the beefs and the dramas that I've been in, how could I lie? How could I lie that me and Just a Robot got into it? How can I lie that I threatened to kick a kid in the throat? Like, that stuff is there. That happened. You know, and I know people are gonna probably be like, whoa, wait a minute, you threatened to kick a kid in the throat? I did. I gotta live with that. But at the end of the day, it's like, it ain't something that's making me lose sleep at night. Like, it's funny because people, they always want to like talk on that. They don't ever want to know, well, why? Why would you threaten to kick a kid in the throat? So, to explain that, to have like and don't have that selective hearing. No, hear me out on this. So the reason why, I'm gonna say it slow enough for the people in the back too, because you know they a little slow in the head and stuff. So for the slow ones, I threatened him because he threatened me. It wasn't like it was some small little like elementary child. No, this dude was in high school. Okay, so that's why I'm like, all right, you in high school, you're a young adult. Okay, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give you some young adult kicks across the throat. And I'm like, but no, he was saying stuff like, oh, he's gonna kidnap me, starve me to death, set me on fire, all this other stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if this person's a psychopath. Plus, I knew this guy lived all the way in the UK. You really think I'm gonna travel all the way out to the UK, or he's gonna travel all the way out to America so I can live up to that? Plus, now he's over the age, so I'm like, okay, he's over the age now, so I'm like, all right, I can kick an adult in the throat now. So, but anyways, yeah, it was like, there was that. And then there was the whole situation with Joshua, where so it was, and I know people, they're all like, oh, you made fun of his mom, you made fun of his. So to explain myself on that, I didn't make fun of his mom. I didn't know that his mom had died. I did not know that, but I apologized once when it was brought into my attention. So see, here's the thing. There are going to be things that I own up to and will apologize for. And then there's going to be some things on the internet that I will own up to, but I will not apologize for it. So that's why I'm like, at the end of the day, people are like, oh, you said this, you did this. I'm like, fam, I did that and I said that because I had my reasons. Now, if I have to apologize for it, I will apologize for it. If I don't, believe me, I'm going to put my headphones in, play whatever video game comes to mind, and I'm going to live my life. But that's not what this video is overall about, alright? I guess like maybe probably like half of it may be about that. But the second half of this video, the original idea for this video was to talk on actually one community that don't really like to own up. You know, they don't want to admit when they're wrong on stuff. They don't want to, you know, oh, well, on our behalf, or we're sorry for the few bad apples in our community. Never once did I receive any apology, okay, for this very reason. But there is a community that I mentioned, or there is a YouTuber that I mentioned earlier, Just a Robot. Did I mention him earlier? I think I did. You know, I just finished doing a podcast episode, so I think I mentioned him in there. I don't know if I mentioned him in this video, but regardless, anyways, there is a YouTuber I think a lot of people know that I'm familiar with. His name is Just a Robot. Now, a few years ago we got into it because he hates reaction videos and I like reaction videos and I actually do reaction videos. So he was just pretty much following the whole hate train of reaction videos, because when you sit down and think about it, he would have not known anything about reaction videos if the YouTubers that he followed talked on reaction videos. But anyways, so that's how that started. And then after that, it was just him and his fans just going off in my comment sections. I remember there was a night where we really got into it. After that, he just put on his award winning, like, you know, act of playing victim. And yeah, pretty much he convinced some of his fans, if not all of his fans. I really don't know who it was, how many it was. But at one point in time, my videos was getting rated with dislikes. Like, before the videos even got views, it was getting rated with dislikes. So there's a lot of conspiracy theories that was going on with that. Was that it was probably a dislike bot. It was probably people just with multiple accounts. It might have been just a robot himself. I really don't know. But at the end of the day, I knew that my channel was getting hit hard by it. Hard, bruh. I'm telling you, I was like, the fact that I'm still standing today is crazy. But anyways, so during that time frame of like, and that was like in the end of 2016 all the way up until the beginning of 2020. So during that time frame, I was getting some of the most craziest comments from these guys. The ones that stood out the most were the racist comments. Now, when I seen those comments, I'm like, hey, yo, you guys are trying to make it seem like I'm in the wrong for doing reaction videos. I don't think me making a certain genre of videos that literally everybody watches on YouTube is an excuse for you to call me a monkey or a coon or the N-word with either a hard R or A at the end. Regardless, like, you're still calling me all of these different racist names. And it's like, I think the worst was when the guy told me that I deserve a noose. Like, he was like the leading racist person that was like a part of that community and stuff. Had like a whole like Twitter account for me and stuff, and was just probably, he put it on private because he was probably saying much more racist things on there. But no, I remember the one time where he did say some like crazy stuff. Didn't have nothing to do with me, but it was about the person Breonna Taylor, and how he was all like, I told him, I'm like, you know, there's like better things in this world to be worried about. How about, like, you know, I think I don't know if I said like maybe bringing the cops in justice with the Breonna, but I was like, I think I overall just said like the Breonna Taylor situation, like if we should worry about something, it should be that. His response to it, instead of worrying about, you know, that situation and bringing awareness to that situation, he'd rather sit down and worry about every move that I'm making. And it's like, people like that are weird. I'm like, you know, when there's some serious real life things going on in this world, but you only want to hate on somebody and just, you know, be racist and all that crap, I'm like, yeah. So, but I remember his response was like, that situation is not important to me, but hating on me is. Like, these are the people that I have to deal with on a day-to-day, well, maybe not a day-to-day basis, but at one point in time, it was a day-to-day basis. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys, man, it hurts. It hurts me to know that people think along those lines. But anyways, I was receiving racist comments after racist comments after racist comments, and I know people will probably be like, Cap, show proof. Like, no, you're capping right now. You're lying. You're not telling the truth. You are being an untruther. Does that make sense? I know Josh Peck said in Drake and Josh, and I was like, I'm not going to refer or, you know, say any references that Drake made, because Drake out here being weird. So I'm like, Josh is the next best thing. And I remember he did say that, you know, you ain't being, I wasn't being a truther, okay? So overall, I know people will probably say that about me. You're like, you ain't being a truther right now. I have proof. I have, I think, four videos where I talk on it, you know, overall talking about this community being racist, and it's talking about Just a Robot and his fans. And I believe it's the second video. It's either the first or the second video that I made where I show all the racist comments that I got, like, from the day of recording or posting that video to all the way when that situation between me and him even started. And it was like racist comments after racist comments after racist. All I had to do was just look up, and there was probably more comments. I should have probably did like a Zack Snyder cut, because there was way more comments that wasn't racist, but they overall was saying like some pretty crazy things, like, I don't think at the end of the day they wouldn't want somebody. My thing is like, how would that make you feel, right? There's somebody in this world that you care about, and the stuff that you were saying to me, they were saying that to them. So saying, oh, you deserve a noose, or calling them some racist derogatory name, you know, like that stuff, you know, like it can happen to you. Don't think for a second it can't happen to you. And there's gonna be people in this world that do take it to that extreme where they do, you know, put some noose around you. So that's why I'm like, hey, yo, be careful with what you say, because there is a thing called karma. But anyways, of course that video got all the videos, all of them got rated with dislikes. They didn't want nobody to see the time of the day of them videos. But I'm like, eventually, you know, it will come to a point in time where y'all will have to answer for that stuff, you know, whether it's people behind YouTube or a much more bigger creator that takes notice of Just a Robot. And yeah, overall we'll be like, well, what's up with that? So anyways, so fast forward, it's funny because like, so fast forward, it's, was it the beginning of this year? I think, yeah, it was the beginning of this year. So fast forward to the beginning of this year, it was brought to my attention that there is a video about Just a Robot being racist. I watched that video and I was like, well, there it goes, you know, the answer to my question. Where does that racism come from? Because I never really sat down and watched Just a Robot's videos. So I was like, where is this racism coming from? If I would have just watched his videos, I would have answered my own question. So there's this video that was uploaded by this content creator. I can't think of his name at the moment, but I don't know. I don't know if he took down the video or Just a Robot made some workarounds on YouTube where he had the video taken down. But my reaction is still up. And overall, I'm like, I don't know, like I'll have to, you know, see things. But anyways, if the video is still up, because I was like, last I checked, I think I only had seen my reaction. But anyways, Prison Mate Luke, that was the guy's name, Prison Mate Luke. And so he uploaded the video where he overall was calling out Just a Robot on being racist. And oh my god, there was like all of these different things that was being said about him. And I'm like, man, no, there's no way possible now that you can attack me. It's funny how you was getting on me for reaction videos, but it's like, bruh, and the crazy thing about it, after all of this, him and his fans still haven't apologized. They still have not apologized. There's other people that was they were being racist to. I'm pretty sure, yeah, there was fans of mine that they were attacking. There's like all of these, so there's probably so many people that have been affected by Just a Robot and his fans. More so talking on racism, a bunch of other stuff I'll probably talk on now in a later day. But my thing is like, you guys were being racist to people. Regardless of whatever image you got pictured in your head right now, other people seen it as y'all being racist. Y'all can't apologize for that. It's funny how they were left and right telling me, oh, you need to apologize to Just a Robot. Oh, you need to apologize to this person. Oh, you need to be, you know, telling me to do and say all these different things. Then when the roles are reversed and they're the ones getting put in the crossfire, oh well, we didn't, we're not racist, we never say anything racist, you guys just took it out of context, y'all just you didn't hear it correctly, you just don't know. And I'm like, bruh, it's y'all are racist. Like you guys are racist. I don't think there's any other way around it besides just admitting it. Y'all are racist. So I'm like, I think the day where they sit down and actually admit that they're racist, I think I will consider, okay, I will consider apologizing to, and I highly doubt that any of that will happen. But if Just a Robot and all of his fans, if they all just admit the racism that lives within these people, okay? I mean, there are so many other situations I could have overall talked on, you know, with the racism that's, you know, came towards me from these guys. But if they can sit down and admit that they're racist, okay, I would consider, I'll probably actually, you know, not consider, I actually apologize. They make a full-length video of all of them, of all those guys, from the fans, from him, everybody, all saying that they're racist. They're not racist, okay, then they're not racist. But if they are, admit it, okay? Just, that's it. Just admit it Leave it at that, all right? I could go my way, y'all could go. But I'm like, I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm doing this video because I'm bored. Like, I'll go my own way anyway, so. But anyways, yeah, so just in case this most likely this video is gonna get rated with dislikes. They don't want nobody to like really see these guys. Like, they're some of the most anti-social internet people I've ever met, and it's like, that's weird. Like, you wouldn't think that it's like, oh, you guys don't want to be put in the spotlight, but at the same time, y'all don't mind putting others. It's just weird. But anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's video. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.